Hello guys, and I am here for some awesome game day bingo. Super excited to be here with you guys live as I'm going to be streaming to those Pilot TVs, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch, so hopefully you guys are checking out those streams, sending out some messages, as I will shoot you out some luck as we get on after some of this great bingo right here in store for us. We got a 52 ball or less minor prize at $79, a major prize of $1,871 sitting at 49 balls or less, and a 48 ball or less mega sitting at $39,314. Should be a lot of fun as we get after in these games. I'll be ecstatic to see who can take home the awesome jackpot wins in these games. Just a few seconds before we are in this upcoming matchup of Game Day Bingo fun. And as we get after it in this fun, I would like to highlight some jackpot winners, as we were able to give out a few jackpots yesterday, getting us to 18 jackpots over the last 7 days, and now sitting at a total of 130 jackpots so far in this season 17. It's been a great season so far. As the first jackpot winner, I'd like to highlight yesterday, we saw a great prize go out to Tyler R. over at American Legion Delno. They took home $8,468. A fantastic win for you, Tyler R., in that awesome game, which I assume to be Game Day Bingo action. You were able to take home a major jackpot, and congratulations, Tyler R. We then saw another jackpot prize go out as Jen took home an awesome prize over at 3D Sports Bar, where they were able to take home a Pilot Payday jackpot that was sitting at $2,500. That prize went solely to Jen in that game, as you were our only Pilot Payday winner of yesterday. We saw one other great jackpot prize go out yesterday, as this time it was $5,830. And our winner of that final Wednesday jackpot was Jeffy over at MT's on 8th. Congratulations to you, Jeffy, taking home that awesome win, as well as all of our great players who were getting after it in our fun games of Game Day Bingo action yesterday. As we continue to get after in this game of Game Day Bingo right here. We got 45 balls dropped in this matchup as we wait and see who could take home the lovely prizes we have available, including a Musco prize sitting at $11.60. We currently have 3 balls away for some of our fantastic players. And as we work to finish this game, I would like to remind you that when playing Pilot games, there's a great place to stay up to date with it, and that's our Facebook. All you gotta do is search up Pilot Games and click on our logo. By doing that, you'll stay updated with weekly bingo schedules, event details, reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more. You can also check out the website link on our Facebook, as we have a link tree with all the info you need, including a bar locations tab that opens up a map that shows you all the pinned locations where you can play Pilot games. Our other social media links connect you to our Twitter as well as Instagram, and even more there as well. It really is just the hub of all things Pilot games, available right there for you on that awesome Facebook page. We do have PRKO over at Scoops Pub and Grill taking home the Musco prize of $11.60. Congratulations to you, PRKO, in this awesome game of Game Day Bingo, as we now get enrolled into this next game. Minor jackpot clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less, adding to the excitement, as we are now going to be getting enrolled into the second of 12 games that I'll be announcing live with you guys, as I'll be here playing this Game Day Bingo from 12 all the way till 1 p.m. 1 o'clock, we will then switch on over to a little Lucky 4 Bingo action. That Lucky 4 Bingo looks fantastic, as currently it sits at $125,456. And that's before a single player gets enrolled. It is a great opportunity there. We'd love for you to check out that great game, Lucky 4 Bingo, at 1 p.m. Afterwards, you'll hop into more Game Day Bingo that runs from 1 all the way till 4 p.m., which will lead you into your 4 o'clock chance of Lucky 4 Bingo. Another shot at $125,000, and you only get 2 shots today, so 1 and 4 are your opportunities to take home Lucky 4 Bingo prizes. After that 4 p.m. game, you'll hop into more Game Day Bingo that I'll be back here live for some fun Thursday action, as we'll be playing that, trying to give out great prizes from 4 all the way till 6 p.m. 6 p.m. you will then play Pilot Payday. I'll be trying to give out a $2,500 must-go prize in that game. Should be a great time as we get after it here, as we get into this game right here, just 20 seconds before we are enrolled into this next matchup. But like I said, Pilot Payday, 6 p.m., great opportunities. But afterwards, you'll finish your day off. Game Day Bingo running from 6 all the way till 10 p.m. Love our live bingo opportunities, noon to 10 p.m. every single day. We hope to see you guys out there, as some of our top players are already out here today trying to take home some of these fantastic prizes. As we work to try and give out some great prizes, I would like to start highlighting some national days on today. Our first national day is National Small Dog Day. The last Thursday in February is National Small Dog Day, specifically dedicated to celebrate the small dog in the pack, their mighty personality, and the huge impact they have on our lives. Join us as we highlight the enduring and unique attributes and distinct traits of small dogs. We love small dogs because they are adorably cute and make the best cuddle buddies. It's no wonder we fall in love with them at first glance. Small dogs have unique attributes and bring their own endless joy. Whether they are showing off two-footed dance moves, confidently protecting their homes, or curling up in a warm lap, National Small Dog Day celebrates everything there is to love about small dogs and aims to educate humans on the importance of providing nutrition and support to their specific needs. Dogs that weigh 20 pounds or less fall under the small dog or toy dog breed category. Small dogs have different needs than larger dogs, and providing your small dog with proper nutrition is one of the most important things you can do. When choosing food for your small dog, look for nutrient-dense food to help support their fast metabolism and longer lifespans. Food with higher antioxidants levels to support their immune system. Protein-rich meals to support strong muscles. Smaller kibble to ensure it fits in their mouths. And wet food encourages selective eaters to engage with their bowl. It's a great one to be able to highlight here. I grew up with, I don't know if it's necessarily considered a small dog, as I don't think he might have been under 20 pounds. I can't remember. He was a mixture of a Yorkie and a toy poodle, a Yorkie poo, and I grew up with him as my family dog for years, and was an amazing small dog, and I always was a big fan of good old Ollie, a great dog at catch, was addicted to catch, and loved hanging out with other dogs as well. So I've had a great experience when it comes to small dogs, so it's a great one to be able to shout out here on today, National Small Dog Day. We are coming to the back end of this game right here, as we just now click past that minor jackpot, meaning that none of the jackpot prizes will be going out in this matchup, meaning that the minor jackpot will be clicking up from 54 to 56 balls or less in this next game of Game Day Bingo Fun. Should be a great time, as we do have that must-go prize going out in this game too, as Mikey Mike over at the Old Piper in Blaine takes home $9.60. Congratulations to you, Mikey Mike, in this awesome game of Game Day Bingo, as this game number 3 should bring even more great fun. As we get after it, I would like to highlight our next national day, Pokemon Day. Officially, Pokemon Day is celebrated on February 27th. We are taking you on a journey through the world of Pokemon to learn why Pokemon brand has reached the hearts of millions of kids, adults, and fans across the globe. I was never a huge Pokemon kid. I just never got into it, but it's one of the most popular games of all time. At its core, Pokemon games focus on collecting as many Pokemon as possible and training them to battle other Pokemon, all while celebrating themes like teamwork, perseverance, friendships, and good sportsmanship. Each Pokemon has unique characteristics and abilities, and with more than 1,000 Pokemons discovered to date, there's something for all types of trainers to love and call their favorite Pokemon. Pokemon Day commemorates the launch of the very first Pokemon video game, Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green, in Japan in February 27, 1996, kicking off a global phenomenon that captured Pokemon into one of the most popular and successful entertainment properties in the world. Since then, the community of global Pokemon fans, known as trainers, come together to celebrate their love for the brand on Pokemon Day. Definitely a great one to be able to highlight here. Some of the, we got some fun, popular Pokemon to highlight. As I even know these Pokemon, so I'm not ignorant enough to not know all the Pokemon. As we start off with Pikachu, most people I think know Pikachu. Immediately discharges the energy stored in the pouches in his cheeks when angered. I didn't know that about Pikachu, though. Bulbasaur uses the nutrients that are packed into the seeds in his back in order to grow. Charmander has a flame on its tail that shows the strength of its life force. If Charmander is weak, the flame also burns weakly. Squirtle sprays a potent foam from its mouth, and after birth, its back swells and hardens into a shell. Shout out Squirtle. He might be my favorite Pokemon. And last one is Eevee. Eevee over at they have the ability to evolve into many forms that allow them to adapt smoothly and perfect into any environment. So, great stuff there. Shout out to the Pokemon on today. Hopefully you guys can enjoy some of that fun Pokemon action. I do still remember Pokemon Go becoming very popular right when I got into college. I had it for a few weeks. Didn't get super into it, but it was definitely a fun, different game that people were playing all the time. I thought it was a very, very interesting concept. Got a lot of people outside, which I thought was super, super fun as well. Shout out to Pokemon Go. But Pokemon Day, celebrate it with maybe a little bit of Pokemon Go action. As we move on to our next national day. Our next national day is National Retro Day. Retro Day takes us back to a time before smartphones and the internet. Every generation looks back and asks, remember when? This celebration indulges our love for the good old days while remaining in the present. No matter the decade, pick a point in time where people talked more face-to-face than text-to-text, had dinner at home around the table, and the kids played games that didn't require internet. What's your retro? And on National Retro Day, whoop the hair into a mile-high beehive, or strut those 8-inch bell bottoms. Can you maximize the curl for a stellar afro? Don't hesitate to break out the old roller skates and see if you can still have those mad skills. Tie the hair up with a polka dot bandana and strike muscle poses like Rosie and maybe you prefer a moonwalk, a leather jacket, and a single glove. With no smartphones, internet, or social media, we spend more time focused on each other when we were together. Each moment is recorded in memory for us to look back retrospectively and not for the whole world to see. Absolutely a great one to be able to highlight here. I do love to kind of take days to just separate yourself from the technology that just surrounds our day-to-day life. And National Retro Day is a call to that for you guys to be able to enjoy. We are coming to the end of this game number 3. Let's see, as a Bob Airbo over at VFW Mankato takes home $21.90. Congratulations to you in this awesome game of Game Day Bingo, Bob Airbo, as we now get enrolled into this next matchup. Minor prize clicking up from 56 now to 58 balls or less. Should be a lot of fun as we get moving and grooving in this next game, as we got another National Day to highlight. National Toast Day. Would you believe National Toast Days honors the humble slice is on the last Thursday in February? But it is so versatile, it carries a multitude of jams, jellies, marmalades, and fruit compotes. We don't stop there. Toast transports proteins and veggies, sprouts, and soaks up sauces and drippings. Perhaps we have overlooked the necessity of toast, and it shall have its due. We are able to toast it to a variety of shades, pleasing everyone. Whether we lightly toast it or char it to a dark crisp, it serves as a perfect medium for building breakfast or sandwiches. It accepts seasonings quite well too. Add butter, ghee, avocado, or honey. It doesn't matter your preference, cinnamon and sugar. Well, it might depend on your mood. Or perhaps the bread you have on hand. Is the cinnamon raisin bread or whole wheat? Do you have two ends left? Some think some think those are the best kinds of toast. Others, well, you can teach everyone the best kind of toast making. Definitely make some toast on today. Share your favorite toppings, or maybe make a sandwich out of a toast for lunch, whatever it may be. Enjoy this National Day. It's so easy to enjoy a good thing of toast. I'm going to say my favorite way to have toast is going to be, I'm going to throw, first layer is going to be a little bit of that hash browns action, extra crispy. That's going to start off as the base. Then I'm going to throw on 2 slices of bacon. Under that, you throw on some egg on top of that. Now you're ready to go and take a perfect bite out of it, and you've got all of breakfast all in one bite. That's my perfect toast option on today. We are past breakfast now into lunch, and so toast may be served better at this point on a delicious sandwich. We are working in this game at number 4 of Game Day Bingo. Should continue to have a lot of fun here as we got that minor prize at $145, 58 balls or less. Even if we do click past it, we do have a nice must-go prize, $21.80 available here. As we move on to our next national day, National Chili Day, because on the 4th Thursday in February, we honor one of America's favorite winter dishes, chili. It's also known as chili con carne, chili with meat. In Spanish, chili refers to chili pepper, and carne means meat. Chili is most commonly made up of tomatoes, beans, chili peppers, meat, garlic, onions, and cumin. However, many offer up so many variations to the basic chili recipe. And with so many variety, chili cook-off competitions love to feature chili as a favored entry. American frontier settlers used a chili recipe of dried beef, suet, dried chili pepper, and salt. All this was pounded together and formed into a brick and dried. Then could boil the brick in pots on the trail. At the Columbian Exposition in Chicago in 1893, the San Antonio Chili Stand helped people from all over the United States appreciate the taste of chili. Because San Antonio was a significant tourist destination, it helped Texas-style chili con carne spread through the South and West. In 1977, House Concurrent Resolution number 18 of the 65th Texas legislature designated chili con carne as the official dish of the United States of Texas. Very interesting. Before World War II, hundreds of small family-run chili parlors popped up throughout the state of Texas, as well as other places in the United States, each chili parlor usually claiming some kind of secret recipe. We do have Amy T over at the Extra Innings taking home $21.80 in this awesome win. Congratulations to you, Amy T, as we now get enrolled into this next game, a game number 5 of Game Day Bingo. Minor jackpot clicked up to 60 balls or less. Should be a lot of fun as we work through these games. Just 1 minute and 45 seconds for you to get enrolled into this next very fun bingo opportunity. As we get after, just 1 minute and 30 seconds for you guys to get after it in this upcoming game. And as we do so, I do have one final national day to highlight, National Polar Bear Day. National Polar Bear Day, also known as International Polar Bear Day, focuses our attention on conservation efforts and learning more about the fabulous polar bear on February 27th. Polar bears can reach a height of 9 feet tall and a weight of 1,400 pounds. They use their large, slightly webbed front paws to paddle as they swim. As they are powerful swimmers, some bears swim hundreds of miles from land. However, some of the distances may have been covered by floating or sheets of ice. Polar bears have a warmer layer of fat covering their thick coat of insulating fur, which helps them live in colder environments. Some organizations use this day to raise awareness of the declining number of polar bears worldwide. Many believe global warming and the coincidental loss of their natural habitat threatens these beautiful creatures. Groups around the world gather together to find ways to make a difference and spread information to others. So, observe on today, National Polar Bear Day. Learn about more about the polar bear, its environment, and how it lives. Watch a documentary about polar bears, or see kind of conservation efforts for the polar bear on this day, because it is National Polar Bear Day. Shout out Coca-Cola, as I'll always think of Coca-Cola and polar bears together. We now have balls dropping in this game number 5. Should be a lot of fun as we continue working through this game. Can't wait to see who's going to be taking home the lovely win in this one. We're hoping it's the minor jackpot sitting at $190. As we get working through this game right here, though, I would like to give a shout out to our Minnesota Vikings as we are getting prepped and ready for the NFL draft, which is right around the corner. I know I'm ecstatic to see what ends up going on with our draft, but what else is happening is free agency, as Minnesota Vikings GM vows to really aggressively attack free agency. Only 6 teams have more projected cap space than the Minnesota Vikings heading into free agency. With the estimated of $63.3 million according to Over the Cap, General Manager Kwefe Adafo-Mensah is gearing up to get aggressive. We know that we need to improve, Adafo-Mensah said Wednesday on K-Fan FM 100.3 when asked about his approach to free agency. We are going to be intentional about attacking the things we need to get better at. That's not just going to be one thing. We're going to really aggressively attack it because we believe in turning potential weaknesses into strengths. And that's how we approach the offseason. Minnesota's weaknesses were glaring after brutal performances in the last 2 games of the season against the Lions and Rams. First and foremost, the interior of the offensive line needs work. Detroit and Los Angeles shoved Dalton Risner, Blake Bradel, and Garrett Bradbury into Sam Darnold's pocket. Darnold got sacked a combine of 11 times while facing pressure 30-plus times in both games. Adafo-Mensah made it clear Tuesday in Indy that defensive lines also on the fix-it list. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we are trying to be one of those last 4 teams standing, then one of the final 2 to play January football. There's a certain way you got to play. You got to control the ball on offense, and you got to get up after the passer, sometimes with just 4, he said. Absolutely. That's definitely things we're going to be looking for. We do have Bradley J over at the Otters Saloon in Minneapolis, taking home $190.06. Congratulations to you, Bradley J. As we now get enrolled into this next game with that minor jackpot clicking up from 60 to 52 balls or less, reverting back to that ball count as we now get after it in a double must-go opportunity in this upcoming game. Should be a blast as you guys just have 1 minute and 45 seconds to get enrolled into this great fun. As we do so, still talk about our Minnesota Vikings, as there's still lots of things on the table to talk about. Not just the aggressive approach to free agency, attacking maybe interior offensive line, interior defensive line in the free agent market. If we do decide to go there for free agent, maybe that changes where our draft needs lie. As I've always seen us drafting a defensive tackle, if I'm being completely honest. I think there's a lot of special defensive tackle talent in this year's draft, and I don't see why not taking it in the beginning of the second round if we can trade back out of the first round. But I think there's also, cornerbacks an option out there. It's just so hard to predict on what cornerbacks are going to translate into the NFL. A lot harder to predict, in my opinion, than it is to predict a defensive tackle working out in the NFL. So it should be interesting to see how it all goes down. Send some luck out to our Minnesota Vikings by playing the great E-Tab game, Vikings victory. Pick a letter in the Skull bonus round to see if you can take home some of those awesome jackpot prizes. It's always a great time there. We love to see you guys out there getting some great wins. 30 seconds before we are in this upcoming game of Game Day Bingo fun. And as you guys are playing Game Day Bingo, you're actually earning points towards the Game Day Bingo standings. They have been extremely, extremely competitive so far this season. And so we'd love to be able to highlight those top 10 players and locations that have been just dominating all this great action here when it comes to Game Day Bingo fun. As we start off with our 10th place player being Jim over at the Whiskey Street, sitting with 35,000 points. Great job to you, Jim. Very close behind the number 9 player with 36,000 points, so only a 1,000 point jump up. We got Woodpile over at Haskell's. Again, a very close race, just with 37,000 points in 8th place. We have Richie over at the Pine Island Liquor Store. 7th place is Mike over at the Sherwood Lounge with 38,000 points. Again, another close race. Not sure is another just 1,000 points up with 39,000 points in 6th place. As then we get into our top 5 finally, without the huge, just everybody only 1,000 points ahead of each other. We at least get a little bit of a jump up with 43,000 points for 5th place. 6'9" T-Bird over the Lookout Bar and Grill. 47,000 points for 4th place Maggie over at La Liquor, as Cheese at the Beartown Lounge sits in 3rd with 59,000 points. With 68,000 points in 2nd place, we got Brother Nate over at the Chart House, as our number 1 Game Day Bingo player is Call Me Jen over at JR Mac with 133,000 Game Day Bingo points. Great job to Call Me Jen, and all of those fantastic players earning points so far this season. Call Me Jen looking to be the champion once again. Moving on to the location side of these standings. 10th place, we got the great McHugh's Grill and Bar with 68,000 points. With 69,000 points in 9th place, we got the Sherwood Lounge. Barrowtown Lounge sits in 8th with it sits in 7th with the Riverboat Depot. They're both in 7th place with 74,000 points. Crazy tie. 6th place is Danny's Dugout, as they sit with 84,000 points. As we then move up 4,000 points with 88,000 points in 5th, we got Haskell's. Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards sits in 9th with 97,000 points. As the Chart House sits in 3rd, the first location in the 100,000 point club with 102,000 Game Day Bingo points. With 107,000 Game Day Bingo points in 2nd, we got the Lookout Bar and Grill, as our number 1 location is JR Mac, with a total of 166,000 Game Day Bingo points. Great job to you, JR Mac, and all of those awesome locations earning so many points throughout this season. It's been a lot of fun watching you guys get after it in Game Day Bingo. JR Mac, reigning champ, looking to be the champion once again. Coming down to the tail end of this game right here, we currently got 2 players 1 ball away with Snorky and JLH. We'll see if either of them can get that lucky ball to fall or if it'll be somebody else coming from outside of that 1 ball away marker as we give out a must-go prize right here, right now, $52.40 going out to our awesome winner, D-Double over at the American Legion Anoka. Congratulations to you, D-Double, in this awesome game of Game Day Bingo. Getting rolled into this next game as that minor jackpot will be clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less. Hello, guys, and I am back for more of this great game day bingo action. Should be a lot of fun as we continue working through this game. We got just 15 seconds before we are in this next game of game day bingo action. Should be a great time as we get moving through this matchup. And as we do so, I would like to highlight the winners from the game I missed, as we gave a great prize out in that game I ended up missing out on. As we saw $13.20 go out to Bob Barebow over at VFW Mankato. Congratulations to you taking home that awesome prize as we now get after it in this game right here. As we continue to work through this matchup right here, we should have a lot of fun as we got great prizes like a 56 ball or less minor jackpot, $53. A major prize now at $2,000, 49 balls or less. If that doesn't go out at 49 balls or less, it's clicking up to 50 balls or less, which definitely adds to the excitement. Major prize, 48 balls or less for $39,000. If you're not in this game, you should be checking out our e-tabs at least, as we have over 70 different Charitable e-tab games that you can play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. These games feature low bets ranging from 50 cents to $5. You'll definitely want to check them out with new improved features getting out there all the time. We'd love for you guys to be checking those out. Currently, we just released about 2 weeks ago, a week ago, Finnegan's Gold, as it became back and better than ever. Yeah, it was about just a week ago. We saw Finnegan's Gold hit your guys' iPads, which was so fun. A great release of this fan favorite e-tab game, getting packed with even more great graphics, new features, and more ways to win. It has brought in new features like Pots of Gold and Finnegan's Garden, which should be a blast to play. So let us know how you're liking that new e-tab game, Finnegan's Gold, with its new features, as well as all the great e-tab games that are out there available for you. We have players currently 5 balls away in this game right here as we continue to work through this matchup, waiting to see which one of our lucky players ends up sneaking out the win. As we try and see who ends up taking home this fantastic win here, I would like to talk about some cool music history on today. And on today in 1971, Janis Joplin's album Pearl hits number 1 in the U.S., where it stays for 9 weeks. Joplin, definitely an iconic work for Janis Joplin, and a great album that we get to highlight here on today. Now, when I look up Pearl, I just get to see the new movie that just came out, Pearl. But I want to talk about the Janis Joplin album that has Move Over, Cry Baby, A Woman Left Lonely, Half Moon, Buried Alive in the Blue, My Baby, Me and Bobby McGee, and other great hits by Janis Joplin. We do have I'm Lucky over the Bird's Nest, taking home a $12.80 must-go prize in this great game. Congratulations to you, I'm Lucky. As we now get enrolled into this next matchup, minor prize clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less. Should be a lot of fun as we get moving and grooving through this game. Just a few seconds before we get into this next matchup. As we get enrolled into this matchup, I would like to talk about another day in music history, as we love music histories here on on Pilot Games, Pilot TV. As our next day in 1993, Whitney Houston's single "I Will Always Love You" reaches its 14th week at number 1. 14th week. That is absolutely ridiculous. A new record in 1995. This record is then broken by "One Sweet Day" by Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men. But, I mean, man, does the legacy of "I Will Always Love You" carry on. An absolutely fantastic hit by Whitney Houston. Just so impressive. This is a remake of Dolly Parton's song, right? If I'm not mistaken. Dolly Parton, "I Will Always Love You" was in 1970s, where Whitney Houston's was in 1992. Yes. Okay, so Great stuff there. A fantastic remake, one where she really became the owner of that song, as it's just such an incredible work. Fun days in music history. So give either Whitney Houston or little Janis Joplin listen to on today, as they are both the celebrated people on our this day in music history. As we get into this next game, we do have a little bit of Minnesota Wild news we can talk about, as we are obviously playing some Wild themed game day bingo. As the Red Wings won 3-2 over the Minnesota Wild on Tuesday night. The Wild trailed 3-1 in the third period Saturday in Detroit before beating the Red Wings 4-3 in overtime on a Rossi winner. The 23-year-old Austrian, the 9th overall pick in the 2020 draft, has matched his career high with 21 goals. Talbot and Minnesota's goalie Phil Gustafsson were traded for each other in 2022, summer swap with Ottawa. Talbot, who was 51-20 and 9/2 season with the Wild, is on his 4th team in 4 years. Absolutely crazy stuff there. It was an insane matchup between us and the Red Wings. That game where we won was an insane game where we were able to come back down 3-1 in the third period. I had a blast watching that matchup, and then just weren't able to get it done in the following game. Ended up splitting that series with them as we end up heading into our next matchup today. Our Wild will be heading on over to Utah. Take on the Hockey Club at 8 p.m. Should be an interesting matchup as we get after here just a few seconds as we get enrolled into this, until we give out this fantastic prize. As we continue to work through this, I would like to shout out the Minnesota Wild. Great E-Tab game we teamed up with them for. Let's go Wild. See if you can score yourself some jackpot prizes in that game. As you guys are working on some great jackpot prizes here, I would like to remind you that when you're playing Pilot games, don't forget to share those awesome player pictures with us. We absolutely love seeing your smiling faces, and if you happen to hit a jackpot, hold up your iPad and show off that happy face with the jackpot message. We'd love to celebrate with you. You can also send us pictures of you playing with your friends or your favorite bartender. To share those pictures, you can either direct message them to us on Facebook, post them with the hashtag PilotGames, or email them to jackpots@pilotgames.com. We cannot wait to see all the fun moments that you guys capture out there while playing our awesome games. As we continue to work through these great games right here, right now. We'll see who takes home this awesome, maybe minor jackpot here in this game, as players are still in line to see this awesome prize hit a great player's iPad. Let's see, as here's our last, moving on from that opportunity. Must Go prize now, $21 available on that Must Go, as that should be going out soon. Many players right now, one ball away. As our winner is Alex over at the B&J Bar. Congratulations to you, Alex, taking home that fantastic win as we now get enrolled into this next game. Minor jackpot, clicking up from 58 to 60 balls or less as we now get enrolled into our game number 10 of Game Day Bingo action. Should be a lot of fun as we get working through this matchup. Just about 2 minutes for you guys to get enrolled into this next game. And as you do so, trying to take home a 60 ball of this minor prize. Is it over $100 just yet? Yes, it is. As you guys get after it, I would like to start highlighting some movies released on today, as we start off with the 1987 horror movie, A Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Dream Warrior. This stars Patricia Arquette. Obviously, Robert Englund is Freddy Krueger in this work as well. Very, very fun. As this one is a horror fantasy film that serves as the third overall installment in the long-running Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. The film sees a psychiatrist attempt to help a group of teens who are being tormented by Freddy Krueger. The movie was directed by Chuck Russell. So maybe give that a watch on today. The 1987 work, A Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Dream Warriors. As we move on to our next movie released on today, we move on to the 2001 work. I think I remember enjoying this one as a kid. I don't know if I'd love it the same way I do as a kid now if I ended up rewatching it. And that's the 2001 work, Lady and the Tramp 2, Scrap's Adventure. This is a fun sequel to the classic Lady and the Tramp movie. In the film, he runs away to join a gang of junkyard dogs in hopes of experiencing his own life adventure. The movie was directed by Daryl Rooney and Jenny Russell. You got Alyssa Milano voicing in this one as Angel, and other great actors and actresses. Jeff Bennett voices Tramp. Lots of fun ones there for you to be able to go enjoy. Lady and the Tramp 2 coming out on today in 2001. Definitely give it a watch. We move on to the next movie released on today, probably the one that I might have watched the most recently out of all these movies released on today, and that's the 2015 movie The Lazarus Effect. This is a horror movie that stars Mark Douglas, Olivia Wilde, Evan Peters, Donald Glover, a.k.a. Childish Gambino, and others. This is about a medical researcher, Frank, and his fiancée, Zoe, and their team have achieved the impossible. They have found a way to revive the dead. After a successful but unsanctioned experiment on a lifeless animal, they are ready to make their work public. However, when the dean learns that what they've done, he shuts them down. Zoe is killed during an attempt to recreate the experiment, leading Frank to test the process on her. Zoe is revived, but something evil is within her. Absolutely an insane work. I remember watching this, and I didn't know that Childish Gambino was also an actor. And so when I watched this, I was like, that looks exactly like Childish Gambino. I can't believe there's someone that looks so much like Childish Gambino out there playing. And I think my friends realized that I didn't understand, and so they played all into it, and they were like, yeah, that does look like just Childish Gambino, doppelganger right there. And then I found out much later on that they were the same person. But awesome one released on today, a horror film, Lazarus Effect, in 2015. Well, we don't stop the 2015 films with that one, as we have the next movie released on today in 2015, Focus. This stars Will Smith, Margot Robbie, other great actors and actresses, as Nicky, a veteran con artist, takes a novice named Jess under his wing. While Nicky teaches Jess the tricks of the trade, the pair become romantically involved. But when Jess gets uncomfortably close, Nicky ends their relationship. 3 years later, Nicky is Buenos Aires, working a very dangerous scheme when Jess, now an accomplished female fatale, unexpectedly shows up. Her appearance throws Nicky for a loop at a time when he cannot afford to be off his game. We got $123.80 going out in this game, number 10, to Dave P. Congratulations to you, Dave P., in this awesome game of Game Day Bingo. A fantastic win there as we now get enrolled into this next matchup. Minor jackpot reverted back to 52 balls or less, but the must-go prize growing and rolling into this next game. Should be a lot of fun as we get on after. Focus, though, a fun movie. It's one of those movies that I have wanted to rewatch for some time now, but have just never gotten around to it just yet. I hope to make that change at least at some point soon, as that would definitely be a lot of fun. We do have a fun movie that is projected to be released on today next year that we can also highlight. I always think this is kind of fun to be able to try this out as well, as we got the 2026 movie that may be released on today, scheduled to be released on today in 2026. That is Scream 7. This one's going to star Isabel May and McKenna Grace, new additions, as you still get Neve Campbell, Matthew Lillard, Courtney Cox looks to be in this one, Mason Gooding in this one as well. Should be an interesting cast. It'll be cool. I love the Scream series, and I'm excited to see them continue with the series, as it just has been something that has never lacked. I've liked pretty much every single Scream movie, even if they're relatively not great movies. They have some really good entertainment value to them, and the new ones made it even better. In my personal opinion, I thought they added immensely to the series. So great stuff there. Check out some of those movies released on today. A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. A Lady and the Tramp 2, Scrap's Adventure. The Lazarus Effect, Focus, or get ready to watch Scream 7, as that hasn't come out yet. That's projected to come out in 2026 on today. So fun stuff there. Just 3 seconds before we get enrolled into this next game. Should be a blast as we get after it in this game number 11 of Game Day Bingo. This will bring a lot of fun to this matchup, and as we get through it, I would like to talk about our Minnesota Timberwolves. As Jamie Daniels scored 27 points, Anthony Edwards blocked Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's go-ahead shot attempt, and the Minnesota Timberwolves overcame a 25-point deficit in the second half to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder 131-128 in overtime on Monday. Naz Reid had 22 points and 11 rebounds, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker added in 21 points for the Timberwolves. Edwards had 17 points, 13 rebounds, and 8 assists for Minnesota, which lost 130 to 123 to the Thunder on Sunday night. It was a great bounce-back win for our Timberwolves. Able to get that victory there was absolutely huge. Anthony Edwards coming out of nowhere with that block was absolutely massive as well. It was so fun to see. So I'm excited. We do have a marquee matchup coming up tonight that I know that's going to bring in a lot of talking heads, and that is because we are projected to take on the Lakers tonight at 8:30 p.m. Should be fun, as everyone's talking about Luka Doncic and the Lakers. It would be very fun to see us go out there and dominate in that game and show them who's the real contender in this Western Conference. We got just a little bit as we get after it right here, and I'm getting a little bit of an update here as Amelia, fresh off the press. Shout out to Amelia. She does a great job of keeping those social medias update for you guys and doing a lot of great things for you guys out there to stay in the know in Minnesota and other great places. As she just let me know that I could talk about Aces High, a brand new ETAB game that is set to launch March 6th. So we got a few weeks, but March 6th, Aces High Strike Force, a great new ETAB game. Dive into high-stakes aerial combat to command the skies with strategic airstrike missions, dominate enemy bases, and secure big wins. With cutting-edge animation and immersive gameplay, this game offers an adventure-packed experience, rich graphics, and dynamic challenges. Bombs away for big wins. Don't miss out. Starting next Thursday, your favorite bar at your favorite bar. Watch for the preview video during commercials or catch it on your social media. Definitely an awesome one on today. Check out the ETAB game, Aces High Strike Force. That's exciting. Double Musco prize is going out in this game. $57.70 is going out to Just Me over at Carrie's Bar. Congratulations to you, Just Me, in that awesome game of Game Day Bingo fun. As we now get enrolled into this next game. Minor Jackpot, clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less. Should be a lot of fun as we get moving and grooving through this matchup. As we continue moving through this very, very fun game of Game Day Bingo action, I would like to start talking about our Minnesota Twins, as they currently have been competing in the spring training, which I think is a blast, as we are 3-1 currently in spring training. We're currently live playing a game right now as we are taking on the Pirates in Minnesota, down 3-1 at the bottom of the second. So we won't talk about that one for too much. We still might make the comeback. But over our last 2 games, we've gotten wins. We just won against the Yankees at home, 5-4, and then we went on the road to take on the Tigers and ended up getting a victory 4-0 in that matchup. A great win for us in that awesome game, as we were able to see great play by a few of our Twins hitters, which I thought was a big win for us. Hopefully, we can continue to see that great success there. Kersey Jr. Homered in the third inning to really get us started off, and then it was bombs away from there then on out as we just kept on getting a bigger and bigger lead. Hopefully we can get another win here, as this will be another great spring training matchup as we take on the Pirates. Rooting on our Twins. Send some luck out to our Twins as they take on the Pirates today, as you could play the ETAB game, Twins Win, wherever you play Pilot games at. See if you take home some Grand Slam prizes. The next matchup that will be happening for our Twins will be at 12:05 p.m. Friday. February 28th. So tomorrow, we will be at home in Minnesota taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Should be a fun matchup there. Send some luck out to our Twins, like I said, by playing that fantastic ETAB game that is out there available for you guys. And we are now here, getting balls dropping in this game. We'll see if anybody can take home this fantastic prize as we get working through this matchup. Just 23 balls away for some of these fantastic players. And as we work through this game, I would like to highlight this day in history. As we have on today, in February 27th, 2006, baseball pioneer Effa Manley becomes the first woman elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Manley, who passed in 1981, was co-owner of the Newark Eagles, New Jersey Eagles. They were a powerhouse and a huge advocate for black players and civil rights causes. She's deserving. She did a lot for the game, said Hall of Fame Monte Irvin, who played for the Eagles in 1940s. Irvin, who starred for the New York Giants in the big leagues, was among MLB's first black players. That is absolutely a very cool stuff. Not only a person who is the first woman to be elected into the Baseball Hall of Fame, but also someone who really worked to break the color barrier. Fantastic one we get to highlight here on today. As we're coming down to the tail end of these games right here, this is the final game that I'll be live with you guys for. After this game, I'll set you guys loose to play some unhosted bingo action. Your first game out does have a great prize. 125 grand will be on the line. That's the largest jackpot you'll have available for you today at 1 o'clock. So just the game after this, 125 grand, not too shabby. And as I send you guys off with a final game day bingo win, I do have a player spotlight. Norm over at Ernie's on Gull Lake took home $41,000 last weekend. And over at Ernie's on Gull Lake, they support the Confidence Learning Center, which their mission, awesome, is to help people with developmental and cognitive disabilities build self-confidence and self-esteem through outdoor activities. A very cool, unique approach that this charity ends up taking, and it's an awesome one to be able to highlight here, as you guys are supporting charities all across Minnesota doing great things. As even you guys coming to the tail end of this game right here are supporting charities, as we'll be seeing $22 go out to Bob Arbo over at the VFW Mankato. Congratulations to you, and continue playing some more of this great game day bingo action. And remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
Keep it up! Oh, that stinks! Your aim's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner! You gotta play to win! Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure. You've won the Motherlode Jackpot. Come on, let's get stinking rich! Who got the cash? You got the cash! That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. Oh, that stinks. Your aim a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner! You gotta play to win!
Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure.
You've won the Motherlode Jackpot! Come on, let's get stinking rich! Who got the cash? You got the cash! That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. Oh, that stinks. Your aim's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You gotta play to win.
Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure.
You've won the Motherlode Jackpot. Come on, let's get stinking rich! Who got the cash? You got the cash! That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. Oh, that stinks. Your aim's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You gotta play to win.
Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure. You've won the Motherlode Jackpot.
Come on, let's get stinking rich! Who got the cash? You got the cash! That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. Oh, that stinks. Your aim's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You gotta play to win.
Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure.
You've won the Motherlode Jackpot. Come on, let's get stinking rich! Who got the cash? You got the cash! That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. Oh, that stinks. Your aim's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You gotta play to win.
Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure. You've won the Motherlode Jackpot.
Come on, let's get stinking rich! Who got the cash? You got the cash! That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. Oh, that stinks. Your aim's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You gotta play to win.
Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure. You've won the Motherlode jackpot.
Come on, let's get stinking rich! Who got the cash? You got the cash! That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. Oh, that stinks. Your aim's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You gotta play to win.
Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure. You've won the Motherlode jackpot.
on, let's get stinking rich! Who got the cash? You got the cash! That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. Oh, that stinks. Your aim's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You gotta play to win.
Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure.
You've won the Motherlode jackpot. Come on, let's get stinking rich! Who got the cash? You got the cash! That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. Oh, that stinks. Your aim's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You gotta play to win.
Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure.
You've won the Motherlode jackpot. Come on, let's get stinking rich! Who got the cash? You got the cash! That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. Oh, that stinks. Your aim's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You gotta play to win.